Most people call this a slackline, but I like to call it the inspiration line. I use it for something I call Jedi training, and it's a great way to help us get into flow state. I'm a big believer that a natural movement practice has the power to change your life. I've been walking on the inspiration line for over 10 years, and since then, it's helped improve my balance, strength, focus, mobility, and more. So I recommend that you start walking on the inspiration line, and I have 5 specific reasons why. My name is David. I'm a recovering alcoholic and former travel vlogger. Now I share tips to help minimalist men start a self-development practice so they can have better health and productivity in their everyday lives. I don't call it a slackline because there's no room for slackers. I call it Jedi training because it's a full spectrum workout for the body, mind, and soul. The first thing about this design is that it's a super simple setup for the minimalist lifestyle. It's perfect, lightweight, compact. You can keep it in your closet, the back of your truck, and get to walking in just a matter of minutes. One of the benefits I experienced early on is that walking on a slackline helps to improve something called the quick twitch muscles. And those are those micro muscle groups that are nestled between our bigger muscles, and they help our response time. Our peripheral vision is definitely going to improve, which also helps with situational awareness, and that has compounding effects for safety in general, but specifically how our body's moving through space. So with all the improvements to our balance and coordination, this brings the body and mind into a more harmonious state. With all the benefits that we're going to see to our mind and our emotions, most notably, it's going to have an effect on our level of patience. That is a skill to develop, and you certainly develop it on the line. There's a calming effect that happens when you get on the line, and that's going to have a direct effect on your levels of stress, bringing them down. This frees up our mind and inspires us to have more unique thoughts or abstract thinking, and this is a great thing for our work and life. So all these benefits are going to help us get into a flow state, which is a state of mind that we can take with us to work. So what is flow state? It's a mental state of focused concentration on the present moment, leading to improved performance and increased satisfaction. It's achieved by balancing the challenge of a task with your skill and is usually achieved in sports, work, music, and learning.
Hi, honey. How's it going?
Hey, I'm good.
What are you up to?
No, I'm just hanging out in the flow state.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, yeah. One of the key features about flow state that I particularly love is that you know you're in it when the experience of the thing is intrinsically rewarding. This is going to lead to something called psychological entrainment, and entrainment means the synchronization of your body, mind, and emotions. This entrains our brains to vibe in beta waves, which are associated with active, focused concentration and alertness. This is kind of like what it means to be in the zone. This practice is great because it's going to strengthen all of the muscle groups while being low impact. Unlike other forms of exercise like running, for example, that's going to be high impact, sending shock waves through the joints of the body, which can cause damage over time potentially. But you don't get that while walking on the inspiration line. It's low impact, which is something that I love, and it's similar to like bouncing on a rebounder, like the Bellicon, which is my other favorite form of exercise. It's going to tone all the muscle groups, which is another nice feature that I love. It also improves cardio fitness level because it's going to get the blood flowing and the oxygen levels as well. Weight loss is another great feature, and you're definitely going to experience that on the inspiration line. All this cardio and toning of the muscles leads to weight loss, and it's so much easier to get into a nice flow state when we're not hating our bodies and we're feeling good inside of them. You're going to get more connected with nature by being outside. One of the benefits of setting up in a park like this is that you can kick off your shoes and get your barefoot on the earth, which has so many compounding health benefits. And of course, it's so good to be outside and get that fresh air. We can breathe that deeply into our lungs to really get our systems activated. I'm in Arizona, so we get a lot of sun here. That's one of the benefits, is that we can get some vitamin D by exposing ourselves to the sun more, especially important as we go into the winter months when we tend to be inside more. This natural connection starts to create more of a biological entrainment with our circadian rhythms, which are so important for our health, especially when it comes to recovery and sleep. One surprising benefit I've found over the years is the social networking aspect. You'd be surprised when you come out to a public space and set up the line how many people are going to come up to you, especially when I was in California. Hundreds of people, when I'd set up on the beach, would come up and ask about the line. They'd be curious, fascinated, try it out for themselves. Then you get to teach them. People are asking questions, and you never know who you're going to meet. You can make some new friends. So get outside and meet people. The inspiration line can be a great teacher to us. We can learn about how to be strong, adaptable, flexible, to be more present, and to notice things that are going on inside of us and outside. It helps us to overcome fear, and sometimes when we're on the line, we notice that we're falling off. But that's a great opportunity to fight to stay on track with something that's important instead of just giving up and falling down. So learning what it feels like to be in that flow state on the line, we can take that back to our work life. And that's so important because it helps us, it entrains us to focus on what's essential, to concentrate and do the deep work that's required to get the right things done. So if you're inspired to walk on the inspiration line or already have been, I'd love to connect with you and hear about your experience and also answer any questions that you might have about getting started. If you want to know how to set up a line for yourself, check out this video where I show you how, and watch this playlist here if you want to see more videos from me about healthy lifestyle habits. Thanks for watching.